Today we are here playing Gran Turismo Sport as we continue our racing week here in the return to summer. Earlier in the week we played the French Grand Prix in F1 2018, and then we raced at Sonoma, whatever track that's called, Sonoma Motor Speedway I believe, or Motor Road Course, and in NASCAR Heat 3, and now we are here in Gran Turismo Sport. We're doing two races in this video. First, we're racing here, and we're using a WRX STI Type S 2014. And we'll explain to you why we're using this car and the design that it has on the back of it in a moment. Once we just get into it, we have not played Gran Turismo on the channel in a while. We're using, it's crazy, or it's sort of weird to not use one of these like super souped up cars and use a anything like that. I typically use souped up cars or supercars, and I mean, an STI is fast in its own right. But I mean, when you go to the other ones. So the reason we're using an STI with this design to it is because I wanted to get and race in this game whatever car you can put is the most similar to my personal car. And I have a Subaru Impreza. Now I do have a hatchback, and again it's just a Impreza. Well, Impreza Premium is a little bit nicer than the standard Impreza, but you get the point. It's an Impreza, so it's not an STI like this one is. And it's the wagon instead of being the sedan type thing. But again, I just wanted to raise it without the closest and put stickers on my car very, very similar to what is on my own car. So I kind of did that before we raced. I put 4 things on the back that looked very, very similar. All in the license plate area. We got the red velvet one that also says once. We have the Korean flag and the twice logo as well. The only one that's really different from the one in the actual car is the Korean flag. On my card is a cutout of South Korea and the flag there. I also put an Apple logo because I'm like, what else do I have on my car? Because I got a bunch of stickers on it, but not all the things you can necessarily find in this game, and I'm not really good at uploading images to the game myself. So I have one that says Itzy and the song there, and then I have some of the Twice songs. One says Dance the Night Away, Yes or Yes, Fancy You, all that's in the back of the car, but there's no things for that. People haven't uploaded that. And I went Power Up for Red Velvet, that's not on there either. And then one says Dollar Dollar, which is the Itzy song that they put out earlier in the year. That is also not available on here. There's also one that I have in my car that says Soul. I couldn't find a really good one that says Soul. There's one like some of the stuff with Soul with the text on it, and the other one in Soul has all in Korean, but one of the letters it's filled in with white. Somebody didn't cut that out properly, so yeah, I didn't really want to put them in the car to match the blue. And also my car is blue, so I better throw that out there. And then the things at the bottom are sports teams. We got New York Jets, we have the Seoul Dynasty, and then we have Golden State Warriors. I have all those on my car. The only difference with that is the Jets logo. The sticker is the newest logo. I actually like the plain logo that they had back in the early 60s. So I have that sticker on my car instead. One that looks very similar to the original Jet logo instead of the current one. And also where the Apple sticker is, it's on the back window of my car instead of being on the metal part like that. You can't really put stickers on windows in this game. So that's that. Also, the Apple sticker is the only sticker on that car from before it was mine. It was my dad's car. He got it last year. Got it about August 2018. It's 2018 present. Alright. Yeah, so let's think. He got the car, and you put an Apple sticker and one from like going to main office. Never been bad that. but I left the Apple one on there, so I figured that's kind of cool. So I'll throw it in the car here. The only other change that we can't see, or the only sticker that we can't see here, you can see if we turn a little bit. There's a little bit of white on the side here, on the left side. When we turn, I can't really move the camera at that angle. But just say Momo on the side of my car. I call it Momo, and I have a Momo sticker on the window. It says Momo on it. Now this one here has it in English, but I have it in Korean on my car. Even though Momo is a Japanese name, it's in Korean on my car. Because my car is called Momo, because the Twice member, Momo, who's my favorite member in Twice, I figured I'd call my car Momo. And, you know, I could find a sticker in Korean, and, you know, I wanted to fit the whole theme, even though she's Japanese and the car is Japanese. That's why I called it Momo, because the car is Japanese. So, yeah, that's part of it. Super is Japanese, and Momo in Twice is Japanese. So I figured, you know, I like Momo, so I'll name the car Momo. And there's a sticker that says Momo. So on this here, it does say on the, it's stuck onto the metal, but on my car, it's stuck on the left back window. And I also do have the Subaru ownership badges on my car as well. But there's no like thing for that in the game either. People don't have those. I was trying to look those Subaru stuff. I actually froze the game trying to find stuff. But, yeah. I mean, this thing, obviously, in the game it doesn't seem very fast, but if I race, like, my car against this thing, I get destroyed. Also, with my car, it's really good accelerating up to about 40, and then it kind of just, you know, you gotta make it go a little bit more once you get past 40. But yeah. I wanted to find basically what one looked the closest to the 2018 Impreza, and 2014 STI is relatively close. Essentially, the thing with I guess they kind of, well, they used to be based off the same thing. The WRX was a, you know, faster Impreza, and the STI was a faster WRX. So it was the Impreza WRX STI, and they sort of changed it a couple years ago to sort of disconnect them from being connected. Well, the WRX and STI are, but changed the WRX and Impreza from being super connected, but they still have their connections, and the Impreza and the Crosstrek are connected. The Crosstrek is a raised up Impreza, which is cool. Other countries, I believe it might be called the Outback Sport still, or Impreza Sport, or whatever one was called, I don't know. But yeah. Basically, they take an Impreza and make it taller into sort of an SUV type thing. Actually, my parents had this. Actually, the car I learned to drive was a 2016 Subaru Crosstrek. So for me, driving an Impreza feels very, very similar. I guess when I drive, my mom has a Forester. 2019 Forester. That thing's crazy. That thing's massive. That's why. And my dad has the 2019 Legacy, and that thing's like really big as well. The Forester, I think it's wild. But yeah. I've used my car to ruin the grass where I park. The whole thing's just like a hill. But yeah, so that was our first race. I figured that'd be a little bit interesting to talk about when we play this game. Let us race that car. But now we're going to do another race. No, 2 races in one episode. Pretty fun. So we'll get that set up right here. Gonna do a custom race. This one here is always really, really fun. And while we're loading it, I'll tell you one of my driving stories from actually the other day, which is pretty funny. Actually happened yesterday. So we're going to race this, the McLaren P1 GTR 2016. It's a GRX, which means every car in the race will be one. We're going to do 2 laps of this race because it's a pretty long race. We'll do this. And slipstream is going to be strong. That basically means that, like, when it's strong, everything is like, you're just going to be grouped up essentially the whole time. Where if we put it on a reel, it's kind of just not as impactful. So we're going to do professional. I'm starting 20th. Look over everything. Okay. So yeah, this is a very, very fun race. I don't know if we've done it before. We're going to have 20 P1 GTRs out here in a group together. Now, my story about driving the other day. Lamim had came over for a little bit, and we played Pokemon Go. And then he had to go home, because he had to go eat. Things like that. And since his family has one car, they have to go pick up his dad in the car, and he can't always have the car, so it was like a whole situation. So he went home to eat so that they could go get his dad or something, I don't know. And he went home and all that stuff. So I went and picked him up after. Because we were going to go play Pokemon Go. It was Kyogre Raid Hour. And there was a person, because I was going down on pretty much the main road through my town. It's not a big town. So, we probably have like 2 main roads. or probably 3 main roads through our whole town. But we have or 3 busy roads. And we have one like really main road where like everybody goes through to get through the entire town. And I pull out from the light that I stopped out the side road to get onto the main road. And, my light turns green and I go. And I don't get pretty far down the road, or don't get far down the road. And a soccer mom in a BMW SUV, she fit the whole bill of a soccer mom. She had a BMW SUV, blonde hair, all that stuff. And she pulled up really fast behind me and was very impatient to go. So the speed limit on the road is 50, so you go a little bit above it. So normally I'll drive on the road 55 probably. And this time I was kind of annoyed. So I decide I'm going to drive at 40 miles an hour. So I go down the rest of the road, which is pretty far. It's probably like a couple miles from where I was at to the highway, maybe like 2 miles. And I don't know, I'd say probably more than 2, probably like 4. And I go down this road 40 miles an hour the entire way. Once it gets to a highway section, there's like a little bridge and all this stuff. Or a relatively big bridge over the highway, which connects into the big city, or bigger city. I don't live in a city, so, the city basically connects into. And it splits into 2, and she's so impatient, she's just like swerving back and forth behind me, trying to get by. And there's one spot right before we get there. She does go, so I just, pull over and be like, no, you're not going to pass me. And I go a little bit more in front of her. And then we get to the highway, right at the split. And I go into the right lane because I got to go to Lamim's house, and the way to his house, I got to get off on the overpass bridge area. There's like a little section once it's not really a bridge anymore. But from there, I go in that lane. She goes in the other lane. She just speeds off in the left lane, and she pulls off in front of everybody. She's so mad that I just ruined her entire day by going really slow. Alright, so here we go. We're racing here in Gran Turismo Sport. We have things popping up that says DRS. Is that like our wing gonna change or something? I do notice a thing with the battery charge down by the fuel as well. I believe that will work. If we're not driving, the thing will charge the battery. So it's on a hybrid system here. So this race, though, it may seem like I'm going to get really, really far ahead. Basically, whichever car pulls away, the whole group will be able to catch right back up to you. So it's not necessarily going to seem as much as it is. Because look at this car's going to fly up here. And you really got to be careful with blocking in this, because if you do block and crash, you're out. Your race is over. Like, if you get crashed in this, it is done. You have no chance. The group is so packed up together. There's just no way of catching up. So you really, really, really gotta be careful with your decisions in this race, especially in the first lap. Like in the last lap, you know, you're coming off the last turn, maybe throw a block or two, try to keep the lead as long as you can, but right now there's really no sense throwing a block on the first lap of this race. Oh boy, that was risky. I just took some contact there from one of those cars, with the car currently in 4th place. We made a little bit of contact that almost really caused an issue. So we kind of have a gap here now. But I'm able to pull up to these cars. They're all going to pull off of me. And there's really no way to escape in this. Like, unless you crash, it's 20 cars the entire time. Any car in this field. It all really comes down to how well you can manage the boost you get from that slipstream before another car does. Like right there, I got a big boost, but if you're the car sort of punching the hole in the air, like I am, you're just going to keep losing it no matter what. If you pull up behind another car, instantly, once you start getting air on your car, look at that. Look at the speed. I'm already going almost 20 miles an hour faster than I was when I was the lead car. I was going 251 when I was leading the group, and now I'm at 278. The second you pull out from that, look at that. Instantly dropping down. So it's really, really, really cool to sort of manage this. Because again, I'm already dropping down. I'm dropping to 165 at the moment. From 270. It's almost like you don't want to be that car. Like, you want to be that car in 2nd place until, you know, I'd say I don't want to lead this race until probably right here. Next lap. I like to have the lead going into this turn. Or be like 2nd into that turn, because then you have just a little bit of time off this flat bit here. It's really, really hard to pass this. I know I got passed twice in this little area, but as you can see, it's sort of hard to make up speed in the turns, because all you have is just a little bit of distance here on the flat. Like, we're flat, and that's the line. So the gap there off that turn is very, very short. You want to be in like a position to, you know, use that push that you have to. I don't know why they showed battery. This car isn't a hybrid. I'm not really sure what that bar means. I feel like that puts less. I don't know, I think having that up creates more airflow, doesn't it? It works like an F1 car. Actually, I think it might be the other way around, because it's open in the corners, so it's probably using it to drag resistance through this track. good constant turn with the fast. Alright, here we go. Pick up some speed still. Alright. I got slammed off the track there. Still no need to start blocking yet. Even if we get the lead here, we still want to try to hold this as long as we can to try to hold out. I mean, if you can get a successful block off like I have, I'm not going to not take that. But, it's very funny how blocking is the thing that how you win at racing. It's kind of a crucial thing, and how much it's like on one in Gran Turismo, and even in like things like Formula 1, you get a penalty over necessity. And I think the blocking is like a key part of racing. You're going to hold a position, why not try to block? Can you pass me? Oh my god, this is really gonna hurt me. It's genuinely right there just hurt me. Spending so much time out of the draft because this guy is just like not getting enough speed to pass me that I'm a second and a half behind it entering the turn that I really want to have to be keep up behind him here. I mean, it's going to take a lot for us to win this thing, I feel. In 5th. But if we can pull up behind these cars, honestly make that move in the turn, we've got a shot at it, because we've got a lot of momentum going our way. Oh my god. We somehow pulled that off in the last turn. Ow. Fuck. Just kicked the bottom of my bed. I have no idea how we were able to pull it off. Definitely impressive. No big crashes or anything, which is good. We really just... I stayed behind that car in that turn the whole way. Once I'm like, alright, I have to go now. I just took the one that I got and ran with it, and I'm very, very happy to get the win. So let's see what our gift car of the day is here. Our gift car is... see a Bugatti, and looks like a Ferrari. But we get a Volkswagen Scirocco. Yay! Alright, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed Gran Turismo Sport. And we will see you guys in the next one.